Hey guys, happy Monday! Welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Jaydee for another episode of our daily stock market insights. I hope you had a profitable day today, and this video is for our February 28th daily stock market review. So if this is the type of video you want to watch every single day, just don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always updated whenever I have new videos. So I think I made this video last Friday. So if you're interested to know what this is all about, feel free to just click that from my video list. Okay, in the meantime, I'd like to prioritize as always. This is my commitment to you guys. So if you drop a comment with your requested stock or stocks, I will definitely prioritize that in my videos. So PD Avicii, DDMPR, and FILRT. James said congrats because I mentioned something in this video, something that I did in my trades. So thank you. That was a good trade that happened. MBT from John Lawrence. Okay, we'll review that. MWC from Girly. Okay. So CMR talked about my view on Russia and Ukraine, but I already did this video for you. Okay, so let's just wish the conflict that is ongoing between these countries is going to stop once and for all, because a lot of civilians and the impact is starting to manifest globally beyond these countries. So it's not good. It's not good. But for now, let's just talk about the stocks that you guys have requested. Okay. I will go to Instagrams. This is the platform I'm using. And let's just load my chart over here. Let's talk about the index first. Oh, good. At least it did not really plummet heavily. Okay, so this over here, last 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, but there wasn't any market last Friday because it's holiday in the Philippines. Good thing there wasn't. Otherwise, this could have landed even further down. So the global or the conflict between the two countries really have or has influenced this red days over here. But at least now we have recovered with foreign buying. So I would have to say, while it's not safe 100% yet on a daily chart, because you have your resistance somewhere at the MA20, and this is the channel that this index is respecting at the moment. Okay, in the short term, that's the channel still on a downtrend. However, we'll see if we'll see some recovery over here. This MA20 line will somehow you will or our index will experience a little bit of a rejection there. But if volume will continue to increase, okay, if volume or if movement is supported by volume, then no problem with that. We can easily break this MA20 line. So that's what we are waiting for. It's nice though that foreign investors are starting to show interest in our index. So let's see. We just need this build up volume to build up higher. Okay. So for now, let us just starting to create this support around the 7,169 level. So I think if there will be fluctuations, it'll just touch this and challenge this area over here until such time we will have a breakout. Okay, breakout of this downtrend channel. So let's find out and discuss DDMPR. So this is the Double Dragon REIT. For those people whom probably are hearing this for the very first time, a REIT is like you are a part owner of the building or the properties owned by Double Dragon. So instead of you building your own building or constructing your own building and have it leased by tenants, you don't have to worry about that, because Double Dragon has several properties and they have tenants, and then tenants pay them, And then after a certain period of time, when the revenue is computed, because you are a shareholder, then you have your own percent share over there. That's why you will have dividend. So you are being paid through the dividend. Now, some REITs do pay quarterly. Okay, here August, September, October, November. So this one I think is quarterly. I do have a REIT, but it's US based, and the payment or my dividend is paid on a monthly basis. So it really depends. But right now in the country, the REIT or the REIT companies are starting to increase here in our market. So it started with Ayala REIT, and then you have the DDMPR. I think FILRT is also a REIT. Filinvest. We'll find out. But anyway, let's talk about DDMPR. So DDMPR volume is not that much, 288. Very minimal movements here. Normally, see that the movement is just 0.01 on average, 0.01, 0.02 every day. However, so coming from a sideways movement, according to our Bollinger Band, this was sideways for several occasions. Past 2 days, though, it has been triggering the lower Bollinger Band. So the next thing we are going to do here, since it's starting to trigger Bollinger Band normally, I am starting to show bearish sentiment over that, because when we start triggering our Bollinger Band in either side, then most likely there will be a continuation in that direction. So something like this, see? We started triggering the Bollinger Band in that direction, then there was continuation. Over here, we started triggering it, there was continuation. But we don't know. This is all-time low for this stock, right? The support over here is very near, because there was one here. This one over here. That was the lowest point for this stock, 1.75, and we are nearing that. So what we have to do, probably expand it to your weekly chart so you get less noise. Okay, so one thing you have to do here is, notice this, it touched this level. So just prepare. It could potentially touch that area as well. And then the next step you're going to do is cross-reference it with your RSI. On a weekly chart, our RSI is starting to climb up. If you see that. So that simply means that investors are showing interest. That's why your RSI, so the buying sentiment is more now than before. So let's say the moment it touches 1.75 and then your RSI is still giving us this kind of pattern, then that's your sign. Although just manage your expectation, because sometimes you have this kind of pattern for an extended period of time. Notice what happened here. See that it's just moving sideways. Sideways is also included, and the concept is still the same. Drop it at the same level, or if it's going down. So in this case, it's almost on the same level, but your RSI is moving up. So imagine this, coming from August 21st to this day, your RSI is already showing bullish divergence, but no progress yet. So it can show in the sideways or when the stock is on a decline. So it can't stay there in an extended period of time. So just manage it. So my take here is that chances are we are going to challenge the 1.75 as our support. And your call, if you want to wait for a green candlestick with some nice volume before you enter, that's even better. So just put it in your watch list, start monitoring it, and then when the perfect timing comes, then go ahead and enter. The next is FILRT. FILRT. This is also another REIT company, or a REIT from Filinvest. So same concept. So this one as well. It's nice that hopefully you were able to catch it around this level, because this one, I think I treat this as more of range trading, because the area where it is revisiting is just, it's respecting this level. Up, down, in that level. Now we go to the daily chart. You have some nice green candlestick. Foreign buying is present for today. Our volume is slightly higher. Notice that the cloud is your average. That means more people bought today, and it's green. So let's find out if there will be continuation. Let's also consider this. Oh, X date is done. So that means you cannot join already. You cannot join anymore. But for this particular cash dividend release. So in this case, let's find out when is the frequency, or what is the frequency here. November 29th, February 24, November, December, January, Feb. So quarterly as well. So just try to compute that. So 0.11 times 4, that would give you 0.44. 0.44 over 7.5. 0.44 divided by 7.5. That can give you a 5.8 potential dividend per year. So that's your yield. So at this point, my take on this is that we are still respecting, okay, while we have this kind of big movement for today, we are still respecting this downtrend channel in terms of resistance. So each time that area is hit, there's a rejection that's happening. So in the event we continue to move even higher, let's say we start our day tomorrow at this area above the line I made, then chances are it will continue to move up and challenge this area over here first, because you have your resistance here. So up to that point, that will give you approximately around 3%. So I'd say if you want to engage in REIT companies, enter in these companies for long-term involvement, because at least you get somehow gains every quarter. But at this point, if you're just simply trading it, I think the returns or your risk to reward ratio is not the most ideal, because it's just very near. I think less than 5%. Unless you enter at 7:30 and then it shoots up. Oops, at that. If it shoots up, then that gives you a good 8%. So we just don't know how long it takes, but way better than putting your money in the bank, right? So just try to, continue to request these stocks, so at least I can give my thoughts. Just know though that our profile could be different. I am more of a mid to long-term investor, so I don't really mind entering at a lower level and then stay for a little while there in case it goes extended sideways. I don't really mind for as long as I'm able to enter at a lower level. I may not be able to forecast these things perfectly, so do your research as well, right? So that's for FILRT. The next is, so someone requested MBT. Okay, I am also in MBT, but I took profit around the 60 level. Okay, even before we experienced the impact of the Russia-Ukraine issue, I already saw a declining momentum. Because notice this, we were moving at this level. This is your resistance right here, right? Each time that area gets hit, we are experiencing some form of declining momentum. Okay, at the same time, from this point over here, so we even reach a little higher, right? So if you are to plot that, so from this point, if you're going to use that, that's fine, you can also use that. But here we're slightly higher, right, from this point. But notice how your RSI is behaving. We are already declining in terms of market sentiment. That means people are starting to feel that this area is already becoming expensive. So I took profit partially because I'm still in long term here. But even if you're long term in a stock, you can still lock in some gains. And then when it drops, the gains plus your capital, of course, you get to buy more shares. And then eventually you will be growing your portfolio for this particular stock. So that is what I am waiting for, because here the stock is already at the it's already showing bearish divergence. This is what you call bearish divergence. So it's already showing that. So that means people are starting to take profit. And this has already been the second day that you have a negative sentiment, and that's fine. Okay, especially this is a blue chip company. Just wait for it to settle down at a certain area. So the next thing you are going to do is just plot key levels where it could potentially drop and create a support. Okay, your support is like your floor. That each time a ball drops there, there's a bounce that's happening. So that's the reason why we're plotting key levels. So this could be a support, and this could be an area where it'll bounce. If it breaks that, then of course the next level to watch out for is 52.92. And the reason why I'm saying that is, of course, I have to backtrack. Use historical data to suggest potential key levels of action. So this one, 2-3 days of bounce happening at this level, or consolidation at this level, and then we had a bounce over here. Same is true with this one. Stabilized here, stayed flat over here, created a support, increased, and then retested the area, and it just maintained over that level. So that's your support. Also remember that your resistance can also act as your support. Like this one. After this area was broken, this was your resistance, like your ceiling. When it got broken, it retested it first. So it revisited. That's why your resistance in the future, when a stock is an uptrend, it will act as a support. And that's what's happening. So at the moment, the only thing I can say is that I'm still on the bearish side because people are locking in their gains and wait for a perfect entry. And I don't want to plot up to the lowest level, because we'll deal with it a day at a time. And feel free to comment down or request this stock, because anyway, I do videos every day. So this is the first support, 55.87, and then second support, when that breaks, that's 52.92. And always remember that it is an area, okay? So it could be slightly higher or lower, right? So those are our key levels. The next stock I'm going to review is MWC. Okay, let's check that out. MWC still on a bearish side. Stock is still triggering the lower band, and notice it's not giving us any bullish divergence. The direction is still going down. So foreign selling is still there. So I think it will still drop, and I will have to plot the key possible key area of support right here, 1866, because you had this over here, resistance over here, and then resistance over here. So that area could be retested. Could be slightly higher or lower again. Okay, just take note of that. At least you know the key area. It's already starting to show oversold, but we don't want to, what they say, don't catch a falling knife, because you know that it's already cheap, but hey, it could still be cheaper, right? So that is for MWC. The next stock is, let me check, Dito. Dito, oh nice. Even though that's 3 days of red, I'd say this has respected our MA20. By the way, in my Bollinger Band, by default, I didn't tinker with its settings. By default, the midline over here is an MA20 line. So it looks like with this wick, the wick is like the thin line up and down here, because at one point the price level hit that area. That's the reason why it's not showing red, because it touched that area just a few minutes or hours, and then it went up before the market closed. So this has respected that MA20 line as our support. So I'm still plotting that area as a support. So if there's an opportunity whereby this stock goes sideways, then that's still a buy for me. And I'm addressing this. This statement is addressing our long-term investors. Okay, because if you're a position trader, you could have entered somewhere here. Okay, so this is still a buy, provided the 578 does not break. This is technically still respecting this uptrend channel in the short term. If you draw a line over here, So that's your uptrend channel. And this is the Control C, Control V. See that? That is the channel. So drops, created a lower low, created a bounce, and it's higher than the previous high. And then when it dropped again, the low is higher than the previous low. So higher high, higher low is creating an uptrend channel. Okay, so just watch out. 578, we want to see a green candlestick come out engulfing probably this candlestick, then that's your perfect entry. Okay, but if you can go as near as you can to the 578, even better. Okay, let's check double dragon. Okay, double dragon, we are right at the resistance area over here. So even though we are green today, but notice, see this again, concept of bearish divergence. You stayed flat, you created a resistance up there, touched it second time, so double top right there, but your RSI is declining. That means less buyer. So people are starting to feel that this area is going to be on the expensive side, and volume is also starting to decline. So, but then again, I'm not saying that we can never break that. So your trigger is one whole candlestick to end above it, then that's a breakout play. But at this point, given the RSI between breakout and more profit taking, I'm seeing I'm on the bearish side. Profit taking can still continue to happen, especially because we're sitting right at the resistance. Okay, so that's D2 double dragon. Okay, I think my video is starting to become very long, so feel free to drop a comment, request, because it's still very early. I'll see if I can record another video tonight. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye for now.